Hi folks, it's Teresa from Stringfield Ridge Farm. We have done some foraging videos, been doing them for a little while now. We have quite a playlist of our foraging videos that we call Wild Things Foraging. That is our playlist. That will be in the description below for you to check out and see some of the foraging we have done. Also, we have talked many times about how we believe that everyone should look for things in your area to forage. And you should look now and start finding things that you can forage before you absolutely need it. Because times are hard and we don't know what's going to happen next. And people keep talking about food shortages and different things. And so we believe that if you go looking now and find the things that you can rely on later, you won't have to wait until there's a food shortage and then you're trying to think, oh, what can I go out and forage and get? You will already know. And a lot of it's medicinal too, not just edible, but medicinal. And a lot of the same things, most of the wild things are both edible and medicinal. So we've been trying to show a lot of that on our channel for a little while now, to especially bring awareness of what all out there is edible and medicinal. God has given us so much. God has provided right out in your backyard, in your woods, in the creek down the road, in the field down the road, either around you or near you. God has provided things for us to eat and medicinals. And a lot of times those are one and the same. So go out and find some things and start learning in your area what you can utilize. So today we're going to talk about wild ground cherries. Wild ground cherries grow all over Western Kentucky. I'm sure other parts of the country too, but I know for sure in our area they are abundant. And they are considered a weed because they are invasive and considered a weed, but they are delicious. And I have made the best jam out of wild ground cherries. Now, it takes a lot of them to make some jam, but you can do it, and as abundant as they are here, it's easy to do. You do have to catch them when they're good and ripe. And by the time they are good and ripe, everything else wants to eat them too. So bugs do start getting into them once they get ripe. So you have to catch them at just the right time. Well, right now is the right time here in our part of the woods. In Western Kentucky, we are in far Western Kentucky. It is time right now to start getting them. And so I'm going to take you around and show you some. Okay, so just to show that they grow all over the place here, I'm going to show one that I haven't used. It's right by the chicken coop. The chickens end up pecking at it, but it grows right here. This one grew right here by the chicken coop. Now, like I said, these seed out so easily. They are all over the ground there. I can kind of pull that up. You can see they are all over the ground there, and there's tons of them on it. Some of these haven't turned yet. Most of them haven't. There's one. I'm going to try to get two. He looks big. Right here. It's still green. When they start getting that papery shell, and then usually the fruit inside will be starting to turn yellow. And that is the perfect time. I will show you some of those in a minute. This one, I don't know if he's done or not. He doesn't look quite done. He should be a little bit yellow. But anyway, they seed out real easily. There'll be a bunch of little seeds in here. They're teeny tiny. And they seed out easily and just spread like crazy. Also, the animals like them. So the animals will eat these and, of course, spread them around everywhere too. So, let's see. Yeah, that one was about done. It hadn't really turned yellow yet. Okay, but we're going to go find some. There's one. Whoa, way over here. Oh, yeah, I bet that one's done. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this still looks green, but usually they have a little yellow on them. Now, these are pretty big and are done without being yellow, but I bet that one's done. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. That one was perfect. Usually they are turning a little yellow by the time they get that big. That was perfect. Okay, here's one that's almost done for. And you know, he looks like he's been ate on. Something has ate all over this one. And it ain't been that long since I've been out here. It almost looks like a hornworm's been a hold of this one. And yeah, it's all done for. Yep, those are all been ate up. Too late for this one. Yep, all of those are ate up. Too late for this one. Oh, nope, there's one. No, he's been ate on some. Yep, been ate on some. Okay. Yeah, this one, no good. Well, okay, but you can see all over the ground where they have fell. All over the ground there. Those will sprout back up a whole bunch more next year. Now, here's a plant that's running a little late. It hadn't even got started good yet, but this is what they look like. There's one little green one on it. Two. That's what they start out looking like. They have some little yellow blooms. And this one is just getting started here. So I'll just keep an eye on it. But besides being edible, the ground cherries also have a lot of medicinal benefits. Ground cherries are anti-inflammatory, diuretic, all kinds of good uses and benefits for the ground cherry. They also, ground cherries also have treated asthma and colds and coughs. And one huge benefit that I never knew is that they have melatonin. They provide a certain amount of melatonin that helps you regulate your sleeping habits. So how about that? That's definitely an added benefit that makes me want to pick a whole bunch of them. So, yes, that was one I didn't know for sure, was that they provide melatonin, which helps regulate sleep. Just like many, many other wild plants we have talked about how they are edible and they are also good for so many different things. The same with the ground cherry. It is edible and it is also very medicinal. So like I've said before, if we still used and ate all these wild plants, we probably wouldn't have near as many sicknesses and diseases as we do now. But we have found them out in the pasture. I'm on the other side of the pasture now. Trying to walk up there and find some. They're usually all over that pasture. But like I said, he has mowed that down. But I know there's plenty here. One thing, they will grow in poor soil, but they do like sunshine. So I have not found any in our woods, and we have a lot of woods around our property. I think that's why they usually grow out in the pasture there, but not much up in the woods. They apparently like a lot of sun, and so they will grow in poor soil though. I was trying to walk up here and find a good, nice specimen. Let's see. Up by the garden. This is at the front of the property. And you can see where the sunflowers have come down. I might go back out a little, yeah. Let's see. There's the garden. It's about done. We have planted, oh, I see lots of them in there. Okay, we're going over in there. Lots of them have sprouted up in the garden. We have planted some fall stuff. Turnip greens and lettuce and radishes. And, oh, over here. Okay, here we go. Here's a whole bunch over here in the Cherokee Tan pumpkins. They're doing great. We have ended up with about 10 of those, and I believe all 10 are going to make it. So, over here in the Cherokee Tan pumpkins is some more. There's a nice one. Oh, along with the mosquito bite. Shush. Okay, mosquito bite. And there's a nice one. He's kind of green, starting to turn a little yellow. I bet that one's good. Oh, yes. Good. To me, it tastes a lot like a tomato. It tastes a lot to me like a yellow tomato, maybe. A not real ripe red tomato. Not like a ripe red tomato, but like maybe an almost ripe tomato or a yellow tomato, tart, little bit tart tomato taste. I have had people tell me it was a tomato pineapple taste, and there is a pineapple tomatillo. So I don't know what that tastes like. I've not had a pineapple tomatillo or a pineapple ground cherry, and so I don't know what those taste like. But these are just wild ground cherries. I don't see the pineapple resemblance. I don't get the pineapple taste. I just get a maybe a tart tomato taste is what I'm going to call it. It's sweet, but it's a little bit tartar than a red tomato. That's all I can describe it as. These are wonderful. Best jam I ever had, I believe. Okay, this is over here on the other side of that. Look here. Here's a big, nice one that is not quite done yet. That one is just about ready. All over it. This is a good one. Do you see those all over that? All over it. This is the one I'll have to watch and get these off of, because they've got them all over it. Get all that. Whoop, that one fell off. I'm going to have to be careful. I better quit touching it. So, thanks for watching. Get out there and forage. Give us a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And watch our Wild Things playlist. And watch us on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time.